Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGB Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and they weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LBBC. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got them banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, man. Salute everybody tapping on in. Like, share, and subscribe, man. This is one of those truly sad situations that we're hearing about, that you guys are going to hear about tonight, man, between one Jay-Z and another Dame Dash. Now, I want to start off by saying that it has long been reported that when the entire industry didn't believe in a guy like Jay-Z, when the entire industry thought that Jay-Z was whack, his raps was whack, and his style was whack, it was Dame Dash who, according to reports, believed in Jay. It was Dame Dash that was the one who kept pushing Jay and wanting Jay to go do battles and basically wanting Jay to be seen, man, you know, in all the boroughs in New York. And so they would go rapping, and, you know, Dame really was had heavy support for Jay-Z, man. He pushed behind Jay-Z from what they said when everybody didn't believe in Jay. Nobody wanted Jay, and they all said Jay was trash, all the A&Rs and all the people who was at these head executive places. And so now you have a situation to is where it has now been revealed that Memphis Bleek has come out. Everybody knows Memphis Bleek is one of Jay-Z's most trusted proteges in the entire game. For as long as we've known Jay-Z, pretty much. Memphis Bleek has come out and now claimed that Jay-Z will never speak with Dame Dash ever again because of, shout out to my brother Art of Dialogue, salute to my brother, man, a legend in his own time. But he said because of the interviews on the Art of Dialogue and things that Dame Dash has stated, that Jay-Z has decided, I guess, that he will never speak with Dame Dash again. Now, I want to read this article to you guys, and it's kind of sad because, again, you know, Dame, he was the one when nobody wanted Jay that was pushing Jay. He was the one, they say, that went and pushed him to get the clothing line, Roc-A-Wear. He was the one that went and pushed to get the movie line. All of these things that made these guys and took these guys to a whole completely different level. You understand what I'm saying? They said Dame was the one that was pushing for this. You know, he was the one that pushed the merch. He was the one that pushed the movies. He was the one that pushed Jay. And so now they're saying that Memphis Bleek, and I'm going to read this article to you guys. This is in a recent revelation that has sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community. Memphis Bleek, a longtime associate and protege of Jay-Z, has claimed that the rap mogul will never reconcile or speak to his former business partner, Dame Dash, ever again. The statement made during a candid interview sheds light on the enduring tension between the two of the most influential figures in hip-hop history, whose fallout over 2 decades ago continues to, just rip these hip-hop streets. Now, apparently, Jay-Z and Dame Dash, alongside Kareem Biggs Burke, co-founded Roc-A-Fella Records in 1995, a label that would go on to redefine hip-hop and urban culture. The trio's synergy was undeniable, with Jay-Z as the lyrical genius, Dame Dash as the brash, visionary entrepreneur, and Biggs as the silent strategist. Together, they built an empire, launching the careers of artists like Kanye West, Cameron, and Memphis Bleak himself, while establishing Roc-A-Fella as a cultural juggernaut, right? However, by the early 2000s, cracks began to appear. Creative differences, clashing egos, and disputes over business decisions led to a highly publicized split in 2004 when Jay-Z took control of Roc-A-Fella and parted ways with Dame Dash and Kareem Biggs, Burke. The breakup was messy, with both sides airing their grievances in interviews and those subtle jabs in music and media. While Jay-Z went on to build his empire with Roc Nation and other venues, Dame Dash faced financial and professional struggles, often vocal about his belief that Jay-Z had sidelined him. Now, in a recent interview, Memphis Bleak, who has remained loyal to Jay-Z all these years, addressed the long-standing beef when asked about the possibility of Jay-Z and Dame Dash reconciling. Memphis Bleak was unequivocal. He said, "Nah, that's done. Hove ain't never gonna speak to him again. That bridge is burned." Bleak's blunt statement has reignited discussions about the fractured relationship, with fans and commentators speculating about what could have caused such an irreparable divide. Memphis Bleak, who was signed to Roc-A-Fella Records as a teenager and often served as a bridge between Jay-Z's past and present, didn't delve into specifics. However, his comments suggest that the wounds from the Roc-A-Fella split run deeper than the public realizes. Some things you just don't come back from, Memphis Bleak said, hinting at personal betrayals or unresolved conflicts that have solidified Jay-Z's stance. Also, Memphis Bleak, he's on record stating, uh, Bleak is on record, you guys, stating something that is just, uh, he basically aired out the situation with certain interviews, right? And one of these interviews, and I'm going to, or these interviews, I should say, of a series of interviews, is what I'm going to point out is what he was talking about. He basically said uh, that I feel like a line was crossed, man. Ninjas crossed the line. That's no return, bro. Them Art of Dialogue interviews, I don't know how much them ninjas get paid for that shit or whatever, but it's like when you speak on personal issues, a man's kids, a man's integrity, niggas going through cases and ish. You speaking on that, it's no return from that, bro. That's the button, is what Memphis Bleak said on the Drink Champs. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play you guys what he said right now. Let me ask you, from your point of view, do you ever see a future where no, no, Hove and Dame never speak? No. I feel like a line was crossed, man. Too much. You don't see no future where that happens. Niggas cross the line that's no return, bro. You know them all the dialogue interviews, like I don't know how much niggas get paid for that shit or whatever, but it's like when you speak on personal issues, a man's kids, a man integrity, and you know niggas going through cases and shit, and you speaking on that, it's like it's no return from that, bro. It's like that's the last, that's the button. But they say George Bush the button. That's the button, nigga. How do you even talk to a nigga about a nigga who talked about him like that? I don't even know how to bring that conversation up to a man. Like, you know, that's been ridiculed and dragged through the media by a nigga that you called your bro. That would question your integrity. How do you even bring that up? Now, when he says question his integrity, he's speaking on some of the Art of Dialogue interviews in which Art of Dialogue spoke on some things, or not Art of Dialogue, excuse me, when Dame Dash spoke on some things with Art of Dialogue about this, and I'll play it.
Dame Dash, happy to have you, my man. And before we get into anything, I got...
Now, matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to go right to that part because I know everybody's going to want to hear that specific part that I'm talking about here tonight, man. So I'm going to go right to that part where he was talking about, you know, we was talking about the situation with Jay-Z. Uh, he talked about a few things. If you guys remember, um, this is one of the things I think he's talking about. Shout out to my brother Art of Dialogue, man, a legend in his time, man. Art of Dialogue is just one of those ones, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that everybody need to realize and recognize that that dude is a beast. And what he do, salute to my brother Art of Dialogue, man. Much love to him. I'm gonna play to y'all what some of them said.
How you feel about what Jay-Z is being accused of?
Terrible accusation. I think what's killer is how people are reacting to the accusation. They putting them through the ringer. I've never seen them do that before. So that's the thing. Like, usually things get brushed under the rug with him. And I've been accused of shit that I haven't done before. And people don't scrutinize. I didn't get as scrutinized as he's getting. So, like, why they? It's just odd to see him in that, in that, getting looked at in that way by white people. Like Jay does, you know, yeah. Like, I hope that shit didn't happen, but I'm like, damn, they turned the world real. Like, people on a certain level have been fucking with him a certain way where he couldn't do no wrong for like 25 years straight. It's the first time he's not getting a pass with white media. But he can control black media because a lot of them either work or do business with him. But like, drink champs can't get him out of this one, and neither can Charlamagne, because those are the guys that hold him down no matter what he does anyway. So he got to get to People Magazine and Entertainment Tonight right now, because they on his head. But the question is why? Like, why now? But for me, I'd be like, yo, that's so ridiculous. Yo, take that to trial. The deposition is something. So I don't know why they on his head so much. Pause. But I never seen him, under this. I've never seen him in this position. Have to explain himself.
How you feel about the statement he came out with?
I mean, I didn't hear him say anything. I heard a piece of, like I said, you see, I'm doing an interview, so I talk. I thought it was long. For a statement, I thought it was long, pause. But, I think right now, his silence is the worst thing for him. If he is innocent, he needs to let people ask him questions, and he needs to be able to say his side of the story, as opposed to letting that lawyer talk. Because that lawyer, I don't trust that lawyer because I went to court with him. So to me, everything that guy says is, allegedly a lie. Just based on my experience with going to court with him, I don't trust the Alex Shapiro dude. He's ill. He's an ill dude. He'll say anything. It's like he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have him talking for me. If he wants, I'm not going to sit there and say nothing bad or good or defend or anything, because it'll all play itself out. I just think it's kind of ill that they're on his head like that, and if he's, I'll say something. Like, I believe right now, everybody needs to be transparent. Like, back in the day, not saying something could have been like the wave, but that was before social media. So now that there's social media and transparency, if you got an issue, you don't let people speak for you. You should speak for yourself. Let people ask you questions, and go from there. That's what I would do.
So you don't think it was a good idea for the lawyer to speak for him?
There's too many. It's been too many things said for too long. So I'd be like, I'm telling you what I did. So I got accused of sexual assault. I went through a full trial. First thing I did is I made my statement. And then I went and did an interview. That's what I did. And I went to trial. It didn't affect me. Like, I can't say it didn't completely affect me, but what I could say is they didn't do that shit they doing to him to me. And then when I won the trial, no one said a word. Saying that, it's hard. Like, I don't think I would have said that you didn't know Puff at all or wasn't his friend. I thought that was a little extreme. I thought that was the wrong choice of words. I think that's going to trigger a lot of backlash. But the thing is, I never seen him get backlash at all. now he getting backlash. Like, when did you know Jay-Z to be on his heels other than when he got beat up in the elevator? But that was nothing. But I've never seen him under the fire ever. Not in a long time. I've never seen him get. I've never seen people on his head like that, Paul.
Yeah, this might be my first time seeing people come at him like this.
Like I said, I didn't hear him say anything. I'm not some white man speaking for another black man doesn't add up. It just doesn't work like that. Like, he doesn't know what to say on Jay's behalf. Jay would have to say that. So he instructed him to say that. Like, you don't even know if Jay told him to say that. He could have got off the stage and they were like, "Why'd you say that?" He was like, "I had to." You know, like, he probably said it because homeboy wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Like, I didn't hear him say anything. I haven't heard Jay say a word yet. Have you?
I haven't heard him say anything.
There it is. So y'all going by a piece of paper with words? Don't get caught up in that. I have not heard him say one thing yet. You know? Until I see him speak, he hasn't spoke to me. That's why I said I don't think he did not say that. His lawyer said it. So what else is a lawyer gonna say? You know what I'm saying?
Right. But speaking of his lawyer, what did he do to you personally?
Alex Shapiro, he's the one. I'm gonna tell you what he did. I can tell you it's not allegedly. First of all, he works for Jay personally, as we see. He represented Roc-A-Fella Inc. for Jay, for Roc-A-Fella Inc. And they made that phony case against me saying that I was trying to sell the whole thing. Remember we went to court? That's when I started speaking about him again, because he was like, "Now you taking me to court, you lying." It was a straight lie. And the only purpose of it was to illegally change bylaws so that it prohibited me from selling my interest unless they all agreed to it. And then the way they had the meetings, he was the one at the meeting changing the bylaws, speaking and talking in such a disrespectful way. Like he ran Roc-A-Fella or some shit. So, and then the comments that he's made, like Jay getting his master's back in certain years, like every single game that he played with me was a lie. Like, he lied a lot. Like, it was a straight lie. And then they was harassing me with the lawsuits, sending me all type of papers and shit. And I just didn't give a fuck, because I knew. I was like, you see, look at the way no one ever talks about the fact that they just dismissed the case. Nah, he's an ill nigga. That's what I'm saying. He's like, he does whatever, says whatever, he does whatever. He doesn't play. I'm saying he's the real deal. Those two going against each other will be very interesting.
So he said that, and then it kind of got even more because he also said, that Jay-Z was ruthless and that Jay-Z was stopping him from making money. Now, Myth Bleak said that he was upset because he even spoke about that case and whatever he had going on, and that he did the interview and said something about it. Now, remember, y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in here. A lot of y'all haven't been getting notifications lately. Y'all already know what's up with that. You just got to hit the like button, share the video, and y'all will start getting notifications again. A lot of y'all haven't been getting notifications, but let me get to this. So then he talked about the situation with Art, but he started talking about how Jay-Z apparently was stopping him from getting money, like other situations, avenues of getting his revenue.
It started the beef between Jay and Nas, right? According to him.
I don't know. I don't know. That one, I don't know about that one. I can't see Jay. Jay never got too mad over anything that happened to Bleak. Or like shit used to happen to him sometimes. Like, he might take a chain here and there.
Bleak chain was getting taken?
Yeah, they could have caught him. But I'm not going to do that. Let him tell that story.
Crazy, man. And I remember back then you made a comment that, Jay, he should have retired out the Blueprint.
Now, I think that's why Bleak was kind of upset too, because Dame threw that shot at him and said he was getting his chain snatched and taken and whatever like that. And he said, "Yo, I'm gonna leave that up to Bleak to talk about that." Shit, I'm gonna leave that up to Bleak to talk about that. I think Bleak might have been hot at that too, that Dame said that. You know what I'm saying? And put that out there in the atmosphere. I'm pretty sure that he probably was upset about that too. Matter of fact, I'm willing to pretty much bet he was ticked off about that. But that's just one of the other aspects of things that he probably was upset about. But let's keep going.
Did you say that?
I don't remember. I don't really, honestly, like, unless he's fucking my money up, I don't give a fuck what Jay is on, to be honest. When he's fucking with my money, that's when I be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already walked away from the block. Leave me the fuck alone. But I don't, only, like, what's going on now is, like, interesting to know what's going to happen. And shit. Like, everyone's interested. Other than that, I never really cared what he was doing. I really don't.
How is he messing up your money?
Like, if I'm trying to sell something, him and his lawyers, Alex Shapiro, putting a false lawsuit on me, like, shit like that, devaluing anything that I have or trying to sell. But, or even down to, like, we were selling Rockware, right, for like $400 million or whatever. I was gonna make $40 million, and right before Tommy Hilfiger signs the papers, he makes an announcement saying that he's not fucking with Rockware, that he's only fucking with Doc Carter. The whole shit up, and I just feel like he did that only because I was gonna make $40 million. Like, he just couldn't see. They get so mad if I'm gonna make money off them. Like, every time I could have made a really big check, he's always stepped in and intentionally fucked it up. Every time. Listen, don't ask me, ask the rest of the industry. Like, that's why I got the fuck away. Well, I mean, one of the reasons. Like, Jay, I like the way I was looking at it, if you could compare him to like a character now, I'd say he's like the Penguin. He's like ruthless like that with his friends or people that help him. At least that's how it kind of rolled out. But I don't want to talk about this whole thing because all they're going to say is, like, yeah, you asking me questions about it. You know what I'm saying? So, what I need you to say is, I asked Damon questions about Jay-Z. Don't just put up Dame shits on Jay-Z or shits on them. You got to say, I asked this question and he answered it, but he did not just out the blue start talking about Jay.
Man, why is this shit? Y'all say it's going in and out. Why is it going in and out? I got perfect connection. Bro, this is crazy work, man. But anyways, that's pretty much what the beef is, you guys, and why these two got issues. And so Memphis Bleak says he's not going to talk to him no more, man. He said it's over with. It's a wrap, pretty much, is what Memphis Bleak said, man. You guys let me know what y'all think. I got to fix up this situation. I don't know what the hell going on. Y'all say it's going in and out. I don't know why this shit going in and out, man. It's been messing with my channel like this for the last couple weeks to a month. So I don't know what it is. I got perfect connection and everything. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, subscribe. Salute everybody tapped in. Gone. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, there are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part. And become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.